काफ़ी सैड है ये करना पड़ रहा है बट तुम्हें ये देखना पड़ेगा कि अगर तुम अपने पेरेंट्स को सच में मूव करना चाहते हो और तुम्हें लगता है कि पिछले 10 साल में अगर कुछ नहीं बदला तो आगे के 10 साल में भी कुछ नहीं बदल सकता है। क्योंकि मैं कुछ डेटा पॉइंट्स को देख रहा था एंड खुद से रिसर्च कर रहा था, तो पिछले 10 साल में 2015 से व्हाट आई सॉ दैट काफ़ी अजीब मार्केट है। लाइक इफ़ यू वांट टू सी लाइक स्पेसिफिकली फॉर गुड़गांव एंड आई स्पीक फॉर गुड़गांव, मेरे पेरेंट्स गुड़गांव बेस्ड हैं and like you can see, like in last 10 years there was not much change in AQI, but the price of living has increased, and the cost of living, and there are so many things which is around that is just increasing day by day. And honestly, like when I say about last, अगर 2015 में कोई बच्चा पैदा हुआ होता उसको कॉन्स्टेंटली 160 AQI के ऊपर ही रहना पड़ेगा, and there are so many changes that is happening or to your body. I'm not a doctor so I can't speak about that, but I can analyze these facts. But तुमने 2015 में कोई प्रॉपर्टी ली होती तो वो आज एक तरीके से डबल से भी ज़्यादा रेट में जाती। और एक बहुत ही क्रेजी डिस्कनेक्ट है, और वो क्रेजी डिस्कनेक्ट ये है कि AQI चेंज नहीं हो रहा बट प्रॉपर्टी रेट चेंज हो रहा है। सो पूरे गुड़गांव में, इफ आई लुक एट द मैप ऑफ गुड़गांव, देर इज़ new places coming up, there is public infra that is being made, there is a lot of things that is happening. But last 10 साल में there is no change in AQI as such. Now what you should do about it? Like तुम क्या कर सकते हो possibly? और यहाँ पे मैंने कुछ कुछ लोकेशंस को भी कंपेयर किया, लाइक गोल्फ कोर्स रोड, DLF Phase 4, FG रोड, सोना रोड, everywhere you go out there, 7,000 rupees square feet to 25,000 rupees square feet, and that is a minimum range. So for example, if you want to lead your life, you want to go buy a house, you want to get your kid in some school, you want to get into like anything, it's going to cost you a lot in terms of that. So why would you live at a place जहाँ पे इतना ज़्यादा cost of living है? Now what is the solution here? Like if I truly say कि this can be a solution, यहाँ पे एयर क्वालिटी इंडेक्स कोई चेंज नहीं हुआ गुड़गांव का फॉर लास्ट 10 years. Like what are the possible relocation places that you can go to? Right now I live in Gurgaon. Like my parents live in Gurgaon and my biggest concern is their health. Now how would you tell them, or how would you convince them that they have created a community? Both of my parents have been working in Gurgaon for last 25 years, 30 years now, and like they have a community around that. How would you ask them to change to somewhere which is like Chandigarh or Dehradun? So I had some possible relocation places which are like, we can go to Coimbatore because I have done my bachelor's in Chennai, and I know like it is one of the key places which you can actually see like the quality of life is better, there is significance in the living prices, and also like hospitals and a lot of places. So what I feel that Coimbatore can be a nice place, but what are few places which I rejected but can potentially work for people who are like Hindi speaking or who want a place where it's less polluted than anything in NCR. अगर तुम्हारे माँ बाप Delhi NCR में हैं, so there is a lot of convincing that needs to go down, and I haven't done it myself. I'm trying to put up a case with them that why they should move. But once you see that Chandigarh and Dehradun are one of the places which are out there, which are possibly good in terms of that, and then there is club ratio, and there is a lot of things which goes on while changing, relocating to a city. But eventually what would work for you is that if you put them in a nice location, you would have, your mind would be free from that saaf hawa or saaf pani. I mean, this should be basic. काफ़ी sad है कि मुझे ऐसा कोई वीडियो बनाना भी पड़ रहा है इस उम्र में, और मतलब sometimes I really look back and really think that what has happened, like 2015, 10 years, there was consistent no change in air. So trusting the government, there are going to be policies and changes. You cannot trust them. You should really trust what you're doing. I'm just trying to give you a viewpoint, and these are few viewpoints which I feel are completely important for you to go ahead and create a decision on your own. And and in terms of like moving your parents, I think there is something which is very important, is like quality of lifestyle. There should be a healthcare around, like it should have different types of pollutant which are not in the air. And like, if I really go around, like if I speak about, I'm not a health specialist, but these are things which can easily be rendered and think through, like, okay, this is happening in our country right now, and you can see like very insanely that there are a lot of places where like Gurgaon has crossed into the living standard. Like, it's very expensive to stay in Gurgaon, and there is no point of staying in an expensive place जहाँ पे कुछ कोई safety नहीं है. There is nothing that you can eventually do. So, like, in terms of my research and in terms of my initial research, what I found out with different reports and everything around it, I think like there is a big fallacy in staying in Gurgaon, and there is a sincere risk, and I should be documenting this journey where I would be moving my parents out of Gurgaon. And I know it's going to be tough. I know it's something that I never thought, but yes, this is how I'm going to move. This is my first set of research. And anybody who has his or her parents in Gurgaon, I would highly recommend that for them to move them out of that shithole.